So I'm making a YouTube channel because if you live anywhere I do in England, you know that we're not allowed to do anything at the moment because we're in total lockdown because coronavirus. And I think this will just give me something to do. So for the time being, I'm going to give it a go and see what happens. But today I'm going to talk about my doggos. So we've had a bit of an issue the last couple of days, which I was pretty embarrassed to talk about and I didn't want to talk about. But you know what? It's just the truth, isn't it? Basically, I have two dogs. One is a Caucasian Shepherd and one is a Caucasian Shepherd cross with a German Shepherd. We got them originally because we wanted guard dogs, and we have a lot of cars and it felt like the right decision. We didn't just get the dogs randomly. We did so much research on what kind of dog we wanted, and we googled it. We learned about their traits. We learned about every sort of dog's trait, and we got a dog that was right for us, not the other way around, because we didn't want to massively change our life for a dog. With that said, we now have moved house for our dogs, and live in a total different location and have a total different house, and had so many problems because the dogs and our lives have massively changed. But hey ho, you know, stuff happens. So one is called Scruffy and one is called Fluffy. Scruffy is a boy and Fluffy is a girl. But we have moved to this wonderful house, and we've been renovating. We moved in the Friday before Christmas. We had exactly a week until Christmas, and it's been awesome since we've lived here. We've had a few issues where they're typical naughty dogs and they're lovely, but they've tried to escape and we've had issues, but it's all good now. We just had the fencing done, so as you can see in the back we've got stock fencing, so they can't get out. We've got a gate, we've got a side gate so they can be penned in the back and in the front, and everything's cool with that. But basically this is where it gets a little bit, I guess, upsetting, is Scruffy, who's the boy dog. He basically nipped my dad's dog on the nose as a bulldog 2 days ago, and he's never ever done anything like that. And you're probably thinking they're not well socialized, but they actually are. They go on a group dog walk every other day with loads of different dogs, and they run around and they're friendly, and it's literally different dogs, so they don't get too used to each dog, and they are well socialized. And I can take them down the park, I take them down separately, and as long as they're on the lead, they're pretty good now. It's taken a while to get to that point, but they're pretty good now. They still have their moments where if they're not comfortable with someone that's around them, then they'll get angry and react, but generally speaking we're getting there, we're doing well, and they're pretty good. Anyway, so my dad came round and we had a built-in pen for them, and Scruffy decided he didn't like my dad's dog being on his land because they're very territorial, and he nipped my dad's dog's nose, who's a bulldog, so it hasn't even really got a nose, through the fencing. Luckily didn't draw blood or anything, so he was obviously just giving him a threat. But Scruffy was in the garden, so he poked his nose through. This is the fencing we had up for them, so he poked his nose through that. And then I thought, okay, I was so embarrassed and I felt so bad and I just wanted to die. But then to make matters worse, later on we had a friend come around to do some work on our drainage, and I had Scruffy on the lead, and it took a while, but he calmed down, and I thought, okay, this is really good news. And I let Scruffy sniff our friend, because that's kind of what you do, you let them sniff them. And I'm so embarrassed and upset, like I literally cried, because it's totally my fault. I let him sniff him, and as he reached his hand out, which normal people do, but I obviously should have said something not to do that, he reached his hand out, Scruffy looked at him as a threat, and then basically, I don't know whether you're going to call it bit him, went to bite him, but basically he grabbed his wrist, didn't hurt him, didn't even make a mark on his arm at all. And then I phoned our dog trainer that we had come in, because he has a Caucasian Shepherd, so he's a really good person to talk to about it. And he basically said, because our dogs live outside, they're guard dogs, and that is what they will do, because they will do anything to defend the land. that they live in. And Caucasian Shepherds are known for defending bears in Russia on farms, and they will die to defend their own. So we knew this information, but I think whenever you read up about stuff, it doesn't give you enough information unless someone is telling you from their own experience. And I guess because as well our two are so friendly, we didn't quite understand the actual length that they will go. The gutting decision we've had to make after talking to our dog trainer is that if we don't want them to be like that at all, they have to live indoors full time, or they have to live outdoors, and we have to understand that they are guard dogs, not pets, and we can't have friends over petting them because they will not be okay with that. And it's just gutting that our lovely pets, because that's what they are pets for us, they are guard dogs but they are pets, won't be able to be looked at as lovely and cute and all the things that we see, because they won't ever be able to be introduced to other people, because they will be territorial and vicious and not very nice to them. And I think it was just such a bitter pill to swallow, you know, like it just sucks. And they have a wonderful life, and that's the main thing. Like, they have a wonderful life here. They have a massive garden, and at the end of the day they want to protect us. And if Colin goes out and, I don't know, has to go away for a weekend for work, I feel safe here with them, because they will let me know if someone is at the gate or they can smell something funny, and I feel safe. And that is why we originally got them, for that reason. So it sucks. I guess it sucks because everyone else is going to think that we have psychopath dogs, and you know, in a way technically we do, but not around us. They are 100% protecting and loyal and lovely, but they are not to be messed with. Anyway, I feel like I could get really emotional about it, because I feel like it's been a really sad day of information. I won't think about it anymore. But to liven up this video, like I said, we just had the fencing done. They are now officially penned in until they tell me otherwise and escape, because they're very sneaky. So I'm going to let them out. For the first time, they're going to be fully let out, and I'm going to get them in the back garden. I'm going to hope a delivery driver doesn't come, because I still need to put a sign on the front fence to say, do not enter, otherwise you will get bitten. Not something I thought I'd be doing in 2021, but hey ho. So I've got their favourite treats, and we're going to get them out. You ready, Scruffs? Ready, Fluffs? Come on then, Bubs. What's this? What's this? Come on. This way. And then probably hang around with me for a little bit. Oh, Fluffy's trying to jump over me. What's this, Fluffs? What is it? Come on then. But this is their first time out fully in the day. She's going to inspect everything. This one's Fluffy, and she will literally look at everything because she's so amazed by everything. She's our full Caucasian, so she's the full breed, and he's the half breed. He is the one, I don't want to call him an issue, but he's the one that's an issue. He's the one that hasn't been very nice the last few days, but he is a lot smarter and a lot more territorial, and she's already trying to break up. Why are you already trying to break out? Literally. It's kind of good to walk around with them, because like I said, it's their first time, and they will tell me if there's anywhere that they can break out. Probably right now. They're chasing a bird. Ruffy is peeing on everything to make sure everyone knows it's his territory. Sit. Good. I taught him down. Let's see if he does it. Down. Good boy. Good boy. Come. He's a good lad, really. Fluffy has like no recall. She's like my dog, and Scruffy's like Colin's dog, but I try to train them both. Let's see. Fluffy. Fluffy. Okay, brilliant. Oh, you'll come because you know what you're going to get. Fluffy. Heel. Fluffy. Heel. No. Not today. So there we go, guys. We're not getting rid of the dogs ever. But if you come round invited, you're not going to be allowed to stroke them anymore. And if you come around uninvited, then you're going to get bitten. If you want to see more of everything that we have planned, then like and subscribe. Oh, so cringy. We're going to eventually get some goats, and I think the dogs will then live with the goats. This here is my chicken shed. The next video is probably going to be of me building it. I want to clad it as well. As most of you know, I like to do everything myself, so we'll see how that goes. And then this massive patch here is my allotment, and I have absolutely no idea about gardening right now, but we're going to give it our best go. So yeah, stay tuned for all this fun to come.